Hi ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Rudolph, and this video will teach you how to write a literary analysis paragraph, or at least how to structure it. First of all, there are three parts to a body paragraph. The very first is the topic sentence. This is when you make a statement that will either prove your thesis statement or answers the prompt if it's a standalone paragraph. The second part to your paragraph is the supporting details and commentary from the text. These are the ideas that you use to prove your topic sentence is correct or your thesis is correct if you are writing a full essay. Now, the supporting details and commentary are organized into three sets. The first is the claim. This is where you set up your reason. The second is the evidence. This is where you find quotes from the book and say it and use those quotes to prove your topic sentence. And the third are the warrants, the analyze it. This is where you will explain how your quotes and how your claims support your topic sentence and in turn your thesis. You will want 2 to 3 sets of details and commentary from the text. Once you have given those, you will then end your paragraph with a closing sentence that wraps up your thoughts on the evidence. So now that we've looked at the main paragraph parts as a whole, we'll look at each of them individually. First, the topic sentence. The purpose of a topic sentence is to clearly connect to your thesis if you're writing an essay, or clearly answer the prompt if it's in a standalone paragraph. Either way, you are giving a clear reason that supports your argument, whether that argument be an answer to a prompt or your thesis for an essay. So your topic sentence is basically telling your reader or your audience what the rest of your paragraph will be explaining and what it will be about. In turn, the rest of your paragraph needs to be focused on proving that your topic sentence is actually correct. So now that we've talked about the topic sentence, we're going to talk about the supporting details and commentary from the text. Remember that you want 2 or 3 of those in a paragraph. The way to organize it is to first have a claim, then provide evidence for that claim, and then a warrant that explains how your evidence supports that claim and in turn supports your topic sentence. A great way to remember how to organize your details and commentary is to think to yourself, set it up, say it, and analyze it. So let's first talk about the claims themselves. This is where you set it up. You set up your reasons that will be supporting your topic sentence. As I said, the point of the claim is to identify the reasons that support your topic sentence. When you write a claim, you do want to use transitional phrases to signify that you are either starting a new claim or starting claims altogether. These are phrases like for instance or for example. You will also want to, in your claim, provide context for evidence within the text, so that when you set up your reasoning, you're also letting your reader know where your textual evidence is coming from. Once you've set up a claim, you've set up a reason to support your topic sentence, you will then need evidence. You will need to say it. You will need to provide evidence from the text that supports your claim and in turn your topic sentence. This can be in the form of either direct quotations or a summary of specific events. Now, direct quotations is when you have anything that's copied word for word from the text. This is where you'll see things that are put into quotation marks with page numbers. This is preferred because when you have hard evidence, word for word textual evidence from the author, your argument is a lot stronger than a summary of evidence. However, you can use summaries when quoting is awkward or difficult. Just use them rarely. Now, when you use evidence, when you say it, you don't simply want to drop your quotes. You want to introduce your quotes and give context using these things we call lead-ins. You want to embed your quotes within your own words. Embedding means that you use your words in a combination with the author's words, so that if you were to say the sentence out loud, they are so smoothly put together that you can't tell where a quote ends or begins in the context of your own words. I'll show you an example of this in a little bit. But the big thing to remember is you do not want to announce a quote. You never want to say the phrase, "this quote shows," or "in this quote," or "this proves," or "this quote proves." We know it's a quote because of the quotation marks, and we know what it's doing there. So don't ever use that phrase. Once you've set up your claim and then said your evidence, you then want to provide warrants where you analyze it. You explain how your evidence supports your claim and in turn your topic sentence. Now, a warrant does not just paraphrase the quote. You are not putting the quote in your own words. Instead, what you're doing is you're analyzing the quote's larger meaning. You're connecting the quote to the topic sentence and explaining how it supports the topic sentence or the thesis. So another note to remember is a strong paragraph should have at least 3 of these details and commentary sets. 3 times you've set up, said, and analyzed your reasonings. Once you have provided 3 sets of evidence in which you have created a claim, provided evidence, and then a warrant where you explain your evidence and how it proves your topic sentence, you will then have a closing sentence. What a closing sentence does is it provides a clincher or a final thought on the evidence. It wraps everything up from the paragraph. It links together your support and evidence and circles back to how you have proven your topic sentence, and if in an essay, how it connects to the overall thesis. But one thing you do not want to do with the closing sentence is to bridge directly to the next paragraph. Don't ever say the phrase or write the phrase, "In the next paragraph I will talk about," or "the next paragraph will explore." Just wait until you get to that paragraph. Don't touch on the future of the paper within that body paragraph. Instead, focus on summarizing the paragraph that you just wrote and providing a final thought on your ideas as a whole. A few other guidelines to follow when you're writing a literary analysis paragraph are threefold. First, make sure you're including transitions between your points, things like additionally, next, as a result, and another example of. This helps your reader know that you're moving on from one claim to another, one set of evidence to another. You also want to write in third person. Never use I, me, my, our, or we. It isn't good for formal writing to use those, so make sure that you're writing in third person. We know it's your opinion simply because you wrote it. You don't need to say the phrase I believe or I think or in my opinion. Also, you want to make sure that you're writing in present tense. The book happens all over again every time someone reads it or opens the book up, so you do not need to talk about it as though it's happened in the past. It is always happening continuously, so make sure that you are using present tense. In summary, you want to make sure that a strong literary analysis paragraph has the following things. First, a topic sentence that sets up your argument or answers the prompt. Second, supporting details and commentary, at least 2 to 3, in which you provide a claim and set up your reasoning. You then give evidence for that claim in which you say it, and then a warrant in which you analyze it or explain how your evidence and your claim supports your topic sentence. And then finally, you want a closing sentence that provides an overall final thought on your argument in that paragraph.